President-elect Trump's economic team is taking shape, but policy positions from nominees are varied. On one side, day one tariff advocates. Trump's senior trade advisor pick, Peter Navarro, is a notable China hawk who has indicated tariffs will be at the top of Trump's to-do list. Meantime, others, like Treasury Secretary nominee Scott Bessent, he sees tariffs as a negotiating tactic. So what do the conflicting messages from top aides mean for Trump's final move? Here to discuss, we've got Stephen Moore. He is an economic advisor to Trump. Steve, it's great to have you on here. Let's start with the divergence on tariffs. As I just mentioned, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, he's going to be in the Oval Office talking about them as a negotiating tactic. Then you're going to have Navarro come in and say we need an iron wall. Who wins?
That's a great question. Look, Donald Trump is going to win. He's going to determine what he wants to do. There's no question that tariffs will be part of his economic strategy, both as a negotiating tool and as a potential way to raise revenues. One of the things that he said throughout the campaign, something I tend to agree with, and I'm a free trade guy. I understand tariffs are taxes. Tariffs can be very dangerous. But what Trump is talking about is increasing tariffs on things that are made in, say, China or Europe, and reducing income taxes on things that are made here in the United States. And, you know, if it's something made in Pennsylvania or Ohio or Michigan, why not give a tax advantage to that rather than things that are coming in from countries like China? So I believe that's the whole strategy here. And I think that we will see, I think we'll see some new tariffs, no question about it. But I think it's going to be a strategy that will work for American workers.
You mentioned taxes. Part of your role during Trump's first round in the White House involved drafting those tax plans. So far, it seems like the day one focus is going to be tariffs. We haven't heard much from Trump on taxes. Senator Thune has been talking about the day one focus being immigration. When can we expect the tax cut legislation to come?
It's one of the very top priorities. It's something I've been working with Trump on. You know, we helped write the bill in 2017, which we're all very proud of. It was a huge success for the American economy. I want to make sure that your viewers understand that doing nothing is not an option, because if we don't pass a tax bill this year, then you were going to have a situation where you're going to have those tax cuts expire, and we cannot allow that to happen. We have to have a tax bill. There will be a tax bill, and I think it will extend the Trump tax cuts, may use some tariffs to pay for that. And then I think there's some talk about other types of things that Trump talked about during the campaign, like not taxing tips and like not taxing Social Security benefits. So it'll be a large package. It'll have to go through what's called reconciliation process, which means that you have a fixed amount of money that you can put in this box, and you can pass that bill with only 51 votes in the Senate. It's one of the few times you only require 51 rather than 60 votes. So, but I believe it'll be done in the first, I'll say the first 180 days.
Okay, very good outlook there, Steve. Before you go, I want to ask you about the kind of double whammy potential impact of tariffs on inflation and potential immigration policies on inflation. Do you think Trump gets the risk to inflation ticking back up associated with those policies?
Well, one thing that's been misunderstood about the tariff issue is, yes, if you were just to raise tariffs, that would certainly raise prices to consumers, because tariffs are just a consumer tax when you buy something from, say, China or Mexico. But I think what a lot of people are missing, like Larry Summers, is what Trump isn't talking about just raising tariffs. He's also talking about reducing other taxes. So that's why a lot of these economists, I think, have it wrong. If you raise tariffs but lower income taxes, that's going to be good for the economy, potentially not bad.
All right, Steve, we got to leave it there. Thanks so much for your time this morning.
Bye.